923-0002, 0817-923-0007. All right, at Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeria Info PH. WhatsApp is 0809-030-6416. All right, let's get here now. 92.3, good morning, please. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Jude.
Good morning.
Okay, Promise calling you from Port Harcourt.
Good morning, Promise. Please, could you have an answer to this question, please?
Yes. Let me just tell you something. I happen to be a health student, so I did a project on road accidents.
Oh, okay.
Causes of road accidents. So one day, while I was still doing my research, so actually I didn't go there to take my sample, but I boarded a bus from Rumokoro going towards my train. So the driver, when we got to that Rumokuta, he refused to wait for the traffic sign. He just drove and passed. I asked him, I said, driver, why did you pass like that? The light is still red. So do you know what he told me?
Please tell us.
He said, why will he wait for the light? Is the president doing the right thing in the country? I now asked him, so if the president is not doing the right thing, he said this is a way of airing his own grievances that the president is not doing the right thing.
I see. So it's a protest. He was protesting. He was protesting. That's his way of protesting.
Yes, he said that is a way of airing out his own grievances that even Federal Road Safety Corps, that they are federal agencies, so they should go and tell president that him is not doing the right thing too. I was surprised. So I think some of them are doing it as a way of showing their grievances for the economic hardship.
Okay. I didn't expect to hear that before I opened the microphone, but wow. So the commercial drivers in Port Harcourt are airing their grievances against the government by flouting the traffic rules. Fantastic. 92.3, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, please.
My name is Promise.
Welcome.
Hello?
Yes, welcome. Go on, please. Go on, please.
Okay, this is a topic that I like this topic this morning because, my brother, if you ask me, I think the government is the problem.
The government?
I could remember the time I used to go to Calabar, that is possible. They have traffic marshals. Apart from the yellow fevers, apart from the police, they also constitute a committee that they buy even bicycle for them.
Okay.
A bike. Buy even car. You know those roundabouts. So when I go to Calabar, I used to stay at that. If I don't stay at that Asara Hotel, sometimes we stay at that governor's lodge. By Nefibar there. Sometimes when I come out, I see the way they control that state. But I don't know where this river used to be a normal state. And I do drive. So what I'm telling you, assume that why does it government the problem? If they constitute a traffic marshal, buy even this bicycle. I told you in the Calabar they buy bicycle, they buy bike and car for them. Once you do that traffic, whether a commercial vehicle or a private vehicle, once you do that traffic, they will chase you. And this is not this aspect of they will go corner once and collect 1,000 or 2,000 for you. They will take the record. You go down to pay the fine. If you want to pay the fine, you go and serve the sentence. So it's becoming something else in this river state that people drive what they near in life. And also even pedestrians. You can see that the light for pedestrians. When the light will show red, they won't stop. Or when the light will show green, they will not pass. Immediately the light shows green for the car to pass. They will not show red. If you die, then they will tell the car to stop for you, for them to pass. I don't see to get it.
Neither do I.
We believe as if I don't want to use kind of word in the air. We believe as if we are not one day.
After the break.
The show continues after this break. Nigeria Info.
Success.
on the commercial drivers. Right. Once again, the only group of persons I'm excluding from this are the truck drivers. I'm not saying that they are perfect. I'm not saying they don't, drive recklessly. But point is, many of the culprits of this conversation, this flouting of traffic laws, are the commercial drivers within the Port Harcourt metropolis. So those who, quote unquote, do the town service, buses and taxis, minibuses and tricycle riders in particular. Now, I ask a very simple question. Why do so many of these drivers ignore traffic rules in Port Harcourt? Now, the funniest and probably the most out of the box reasons I've heard so far is the man who says he is protesting against the wrongs of the federal government. That doesn't make sense to me. I can understand the logic. All right, so you're not happy with what the government is doing, so you protest. You protest by endangering my life? Because that's what it is, actually. You protest by ignoring the traffic lights. You get there, you just drive, and if I'm also coming from the other end, I have the right of way. So if I do not stop for you, and you, because you feel that you are in a bus and you have less to lose than I do, continue to move. If we both have a collusion, are you going to come down and tell me it's because you are angry with president? It's because you're angry with governor? It's because you're angry with the local government chairman? That's why you ignore the traffic lights. Well, let's hear. Once again, we aim to be able to protect ourselves against these terrible drivers. That's why we want to know why they're doing it. So like I said, so that we can take a pill to either protect us from their buffoonery or cure us of their own insanity. I'm not quite sure. So 08179230002, 08179230007, 08179230002, 08179230007. All right, at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeria Info PH. WhatsApp is 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
With Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
92.3, good morning. Hello, Port Harcourt.
Yes, good morning. This is Benson Olagbeninga from Akure, Ondo State.
Welcome.
Yes.
Wait, I'm sorry, did you just say Ondo State?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm listening to you with your app.
Oh, okay, thank you. Welcome.
Yes. This law-breaking thing, it has ever been there because the officials, any of these senior staffs and the rest, they broke the law and nobody does anything about it. So, and also the law enforcement officers, they take a stipend from people to let people off the hook. So, by the time they start enforcing the law, people will stop doing some of these things. Thank you.
Okay, all right. So if they start to enforce the law, they will stop giving them a good year. They will stop collecting. Do you know what he said? They called it their stipends. Interesting. Well. We learn every day. Don't we? Right? Okay. All right. Messages. WhatsApp now. 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. Good morning, Jude. If you call artillery, the way you are teaching us to pronounce it, artillery, by the way, artillery. The drivers, these drivers, they'll get ready to pass our bus stop as a take away from my 3. Look, we can learn, we can improve. 92.3, good morning.
Hello, Jude. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. This is Muriel.
Welcome, Muriel.
Jude, for me, I think why they bluntly refuse to obey the traffic lights is because of this traffic officers there. You know, when they pay once, it's just because they stay. They just believe they stayed. As long as they stay, they can disobey. They can just move about.
So they pay and then they just decide to drive. You know.
Yes, they pay and they drive as anyhow they like. If you go to Rumokoro, those coming from taxis coming from this is from this in Polu side. When they get to the Rumokoro roundabout, they don't need to go round about. They just curve, just pass through the. They just enter the traffic. What is that there? They give them money and they pay once or twice. They are done for the day. They drive anyhow they like. So for them, they stayed, and for another reason is that they just feel you're delaying them. It's a delay. You know, the traffic light is delaying their hustle. And that's 1 minute, 2 minutes. They say that they would have carried like 3-4 passengers in front.
Well, Mira, do you know if
they stand, all that disobeys, we just go and carry those passengers waiting for them at the process.
Mira, let me ask you.
One and two is delaying their
passenger. Okay, so Mira, let me ask you. Do you think if private motorists also pay these policemen, they can do the same? Do you know if that happens?
No, they won't. They won't allow you because for you now, they're just waiting for you to fall play. So
no, that's what I'm saying. But what if I go there and decide, you know what, bros, make I pay you, I will come back again, I will pay you another 100 naira. Can I just drive anyhow once I've paid? Do you know if that's possible?
Oh, no, it's not possible. You can't say because it's you are their target. You private cars are their target. You are the reason why they came out. So that you are their main hustle. They came for you. So if you make any mistake, they don't want to pay. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, this. No. You have to pay. They say they want to take you to their office. They want to do this. But at the end of the day, you must let go of something. And it's not going to be less than 5,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 at least. That's the least. If you plead, though. But if you show stubbornness, you're going to pay more than 10,000, 15. But they'll take you to their office or somewhere where that's where they are waiting for their other guys in the field. When you steal them enough, there's something you can do.
The other guys in the
field.
field.
You are the main reason why they're out there. But for the other ones, sharp, any small 200, 300, 100, they are done for the day.
Okay.
And drive as anyhow they like. Thank you.
All right, so we're learning every day. Wow, look at that. Who would have thunk it? 9.3, good morning, please. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Okay, all right, let's move on. So many messages to be read. Jude, this is on WhatsApp, by the way. 0809-030-6416. 0809-030-6416. Now, Jude, come to location along NTA Road. You will be shocked, especially those keke drivers. If you try to correct them, you will hear, Oga, forget this thing, I beg. I think they normally give those police officers small commission. This is Nigeria. Isaac from Magruta. All right, good morning to you, June. Why they feel they will disobey the traffic light? They feel the traffic lights, it's a waste of their time. They feel that they set a mark to meet as per money for the day. For that reason, they constitute a nuisance. And that's from Ipalebo Harry. Okay, all right, someone is asking. Okay, all right. I'll see what I can do. Jude, how could you exclude those disordered dispatch riders from this bunch of traffic rule violators? Have you come across those individuals at the traffic lights? Celia said, well, let's, now that, their names have been, their group has been mentioned, let us, put them back into this conversation. Yes, dispatch riders, whether they are delivering food or equipment or something, mail, they seem not to be bothered about traffic lights. I don't know. These are protests in disguise. Mr. Jude, I was in a cab going to Romola weeks back. Getting to the traffic light indicating red, the driver refused to stop. And I asked why. He ignored the stop signal. Can you imagine the question he threw at me? He said, is there any law in Nigeria that the government has obeyed? I choked to my bones, Precious said. The location by Ada George is something else. Oh, yes. Oh, in fact, that place is probably the most violated stop in Port Harcourt. That particular place, location, the passageway underneath. That's where you have the road that links you to Ada George, or that can take you back to NTA Road. That spot where you have that bank and that fast food restaurant, that place. The taxi drivers, the bus drivers, the keke riders, the dispatch riders, even the human beings. Most people just refuse to pay attention to the lights. They say they are protesting. Protesting? You are endangering my life? 92.3, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Kosi.
Welcome.
Kosi, so I'm trying to talk about the rules and regulation in this Nigeria. There's no rules and regulation in this Nigeria.
That's not true. There are rules and regulations, no?
There's no rules and regulations. The people disobeying the traffic light. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So they know that there's no rules and because all the leaders they don't obey rules. Mostly, I should blame the lawmakers and the approvers because they don't make laws too.
Okay, so let me ask you: do you know in this country it's a crime to steal?
It's a crime
to steal.
Let me ask you something too.
Well, no, wait. Do you know that it's a crime to steal?
Yes.
Are you a thief?
I'm not a thief.
Oh, so why are you not stealing? That means you are obeying the laws. You at least you try to obey the law. That's what you're trying to tell me. You are trying to obey the law by not stealing. So why are you not stealing?
Well, that's not my line.
That's not your line. Okay. But the taxi driver is their line to break the law. That's what you're saying. Oh boy. Esther from Elena. Esther says, good morning, Jude. We always complain about the bad leadership, but we forgot that the president don't use that road. We always try to justify our wrongs by blaming the government. There is no difference between the president and you if you break traffic rules because you are committing the same thing. Remember, change begins with me and you. Esther from Elena. Esther, thank you very much. See, Jude, it is Port Harcourt residents, even most of your guests on radio, that pronounces Port Harcourt as Port Harcourt. Excuse me. I was expecting that one. Or Port Harcourt, that you want to teach the pronunciation of artillery. Tough luck to you, Jude. You're going to need it. Once again, please, let us. It is artillery. Artillery. Oh, artillery. Hey, okay. Nobody's saying you should be bougie, but come on. Come on, people. Come on. Anyway. I think I can take one more call before I go and do my last draw. Yes, there's more draws to be done this morning. We've given our first one, 25,000 naira. Gift won that one. It was the number we called first. It was his number that we called. Whose number is coming up next? I don't know. Could be you. You have to get your ticket. That's it. Oneplay.ng. All right. That's going to guarantee you an entry. Just one ticket. And every ticket you purchase is going to lead to the jackpot. So we have another jackpot later on this week. Could be you. 75, 120,000 naira, 50,000 naira. Who knows? 92.3, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. Good morning. I can hear you. Oh dear. Apologies. Anyway, these are the issues. Tough issues. So we've heard today it's the lack of punishment. It's also the government. Some say it's their way of protesting. But for those who believe that, and so those who are of that opinion, let me say your protest should not endanger my life or anybody else's life. So that itself is not a decent protest, and you should look for other ways. Why don't you, I don't know, park all the buses at the government house, for example, and say until they fix the roads before we use the roads, our lives, do something constructive. I don't know, but not jump the line and then you collide with me and tell me I'm blind. No. We won't play draw coming up next.